Hey TikTok. Many of you know that I have been posting information on the group harassment that has been ongoing for myself for several months. I think it's going on more like 8 or 9 months at this point. Okay, I have been able to study this group because I too am a targeted individual. In the past, what I've learned is that it has not been very much information about group harassment. There is another name for group harassment, but group harassment is are safe words that you can use to share your story. So remember that. Okay. In my group harassment video number, I want to say 5, I shared information. I've been sharing a lot of information, to be honest. If you've missed my videos from 1 through 6, please go back and take a look at all of them. If you are a targeted individual or you know someone who is going through this same experience, I do believe that this is going to be very helpful for them. And also for their family and friends who may be in a little bit of disbelief because they're unaware of this type of situation and how it works. Okay, so what I want to share with you today is I had disclosed that in my findings that these groups, once they have identified a target, they move as far as on the streets, streets, freeways, or whatever. They're able to surveillance their targets. This happens on a daily basis. Okay, so what that looks like when it comes to the caravan of vehicles. Again, these are everyday cars, everyday makes and models. And so if you can imagine, a targeted individual is on the road, and if you have 25 to 30 cars out on the road with this targeted individual surveillancing them, these people are getting paid. They're getting paid to follow the targeted individual. Okay, again, this group will recruit your family, your friends, your colleagues, and random strangers to be able to pull off what I call nonsense at such a large scale. Again, they've been doing this for many years. Okay, I will be able to share more information on the other stages of being a targeted individual as we move forward. Okay, but back to being a target individual and having multiple vehicles on the road with you. Okay, remember I mentioned that the planted person and or your paid neighbors or paid strangers, they watch you, and once you leave, this information is provided to the assigned caravan. Okay, so as soon as they know that you're leaving your home, your business, your workplace, the wire goes out and they communicate through group text messaging or other messaging platforms. Okay, now remember, there's already a caravan planted in the area waiting for you to leave. Once you leave, all those vehicles are again notified or alerted, and they also get on the road. Okay, and that's how all of these vehicles are able to get on the road and essentially follow you from store to store, place to place, and it doesn't look like anything out of the ordinary because they all look like regular cars. This is everyday activity, right? This is everyday, if you will, business, right? People are driving every day. So what's wrong with that, right? What's wrong with that is if you are a targeted individual and you were to share your experience with someone, and they wouldn't get it because it doesn't sound out of the ordinary, right? But it's indeed out of the ordinary, and this is part of that group's plan. Is when you go to describe your situation or your experience, they use these what do you call smoke screens? They use these illusions. They use these staged events, okay, to bring harm to you, whether that's mental or physical. Because again, this group is involved in illegal activity. Okay, so when you go to tell someone that's close to you what's happening, they don't want to believe you. Okay, because it doesn't make any sense. And I also want you to be mindful. If you are suspect of your neighbors, I've shared tips on what to look for there. But if you also are suspect of your family or any friends, don't be afraid to ask them questions. Okay? And if they just truly just don't want to hear anything you have to say and they just shut you down completely, chances are that they may be involved and are on this group's payroll. Okay? So what I want you to do is if you start noticing things, the most important thing that you can do is document immediately. Write date and times down. Write descriptions of people. Take photos safely if you can, and start building up a log of evidence. Okay, those are some of the first steps that you can do to protect yourself and to expose the illegal activity that this group is bringing to you. Okay, that's what I have for today. I will be back with more information, and feel free, if you have questions in between now and my next video, you're welcome to message me or respond to the post, and I will get back to you if it's related to the topic at hand, group harassment. You are not alone, and other TIs, I believe you. Okay, we're in this together, and God will see us through. All right, talk to you soon. Take care.